Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with more Mega Masters 2026. It's our annual super double size whatever tournament. And yeah, we've already got, a good amount of it done already. If you want to see the whole bracket, you can go use the bracket command and see that. What we have got for you right now is 4 matches, 2 of them from the magenta bracket and 2 of them from the mustard bracket, magenta mustard. Dillan versus Robin. So, Tapper versus Das. And winner versus Peak, who is a Das and a roller and a whatever. I mean, it's whatever you want him to be, really. And then after that, we will have Zro making his Mega Masters debut, and Paco is Taco, who I don't know if he's making his Masters debut, but let's look. Let's look. Who's making their Masters debut? Dillan has been in. Robin has got to have been in, right? Well, we can get into that when it's time. But anyway, there's people making their Masters debut. And that is good. And yeah, Zro versus Paco, winner versus Birbia. So there's a lot of debuts here. So that's what we got. Dillan, Robin, Peak, Zro. I don't know why I keep saying Zro. Paco and Birbia. So that's what is going on tonight. And by the way, tomorrow morning, we do have a Mega Masters bracket for you. Early risers in the U.S. Hepta versus Nolan. My goodness, kilometers the average. Nolan. Eggmaster, however you know him, he's back. And the winner takes on Chef O in the morning. You played 2023 with Rolling? Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we'll see what we got. I'm excited. The rules, I don't know what happened to my rule slide. My rule slide is totally gone, so it's like, that's the rule slide. So it's just a black hole of rules. But anyway, it's going to be a best of 5. And we will use the same piece sets, and we will re-roll them in between each game of the match. And what else is happening? Oh, yeah, and then don't pause. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing, okay? The winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands... That is the wrong background. Why is that background there? That is the wrong one. So we got to give our brand new, exciting background, which somehow moved. All right, there you go. And I don't know what happened to this prize link either. What happened here? Something happened, so I'll have to investigate. And it just says mega up there. I don't know what that is. So that is the prize pool. You don't know how to get there. It's fine. Use the Matcherino command while you're watching. What happened? Use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That will bring up some links. That is not even the prize pool. That is all right. Forget this slide. What is happening? Forget it. Use the match. That is the wrong stuff. So I got to check into what I did. Something is happening here. I'm being sabotaged. I think that's what it is. There's scuppery and subterfuge happening, and I don't know who to blame. All right, but anyway, yeah, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. I'll put it in there for you the first time. And there it is, and that'll bring up some links. One that says Mega Masters, that is one for this tournament. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner Matcherino. Top right-hand corner is a button. It says log in, and you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. And once you're in, look on the right side of the screen. You'll see a button that says contribute. Click on that to contribute. And below that, I think, is another button that says claim code. And every time that button is clicked by a unique account, it puts 25 cents into the prize pool. Just do it once. You do not have to create an alt and do it 6 times. We want to get as many people over there as possible. See what we're trying to do? Oh, like someone goes over there, maybe they'll put some money in while they're at it. So that's how to support the prize pool. We'll get all of our menu of incentives and stuff like that in the coming days. I'll probably work on that tonight after this. I'm feeling a little bit better today, so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you want to support the channel, that's something you can do. You can go over to patreon.com/monthly Tetris, make an ongoing pledge of support, just like these people have done. Scott Gray, Jane the Window, Candy, Thank Mealsburger, and Doug, Mr. Brain Corporal, Junior, Troy, Dan, Kim, Emma Kaka, Java G, Jason, Sunny, Mila, and everybody else. Thank you so much. Use the support command to bring up some other ways to support us if you're watching over on YouTube. Would love a super chat. It's a way to guarantee, basically, that I read your comment out loud. And maybe you respond to it, assuming it's, a nice, family-friendly comment. You can do a sticker as well. You can join the channel as a member. You can gift a channel membership. Over on Twitch, you can do bits. You can subscribe. You can gift a subscription. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis. But it is use it or lose it. You cannot save or stack them, so don't save them. Don't lose them. Use them on us, okay? You can't. And also, it doesn't automatically renew, so you have to go and choose every month someone to give it to. So if you've forgotten to give it to us this month, now would be a great time to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the incorrect screen. There it is. There's the right screen. We'll get these players refreshed and lined up and the whole thing, and then we will begin. Mega Masters Magenta. Magenta Masters. All right, refresh this individual. And then we have another individual who is seed 24. Okay, so these are going to add up to 33. Okay, that makes sense. 24. You were on spot 24. We'll get these cameras lined, and we'll be all good in the hood. All right, look at this rolling. That's a thing. So what's your favorite old person thing to do when someone says rolling? You go, keep rolling, rolling, rolling. That's what guys in their 40s like to do. They like to do that. Let's see. Get Dylan lined up. Keep rolling, rolling. They love to do that. They think it's so clever. Or the other one is, maybe slightly younger, or maybe about the same age. They see me rolling. They see me roll, and they love to do that. Oh, rawhide. Oh, yeah. Then the older people love to go rolling, rolling, rolling. Get your doggies, whatever, rawhide. So there's a variety of very clever things that no one has ever said before that people can make reference to. Let's get... All right, reset, transform. Yes. Oh, beautiful stencils. You think you've been dropping frames? I mean, that's not new for you, right? Don't you occasionally drop frames? All right, we're gonna if Dylan's dropping frames or goes on, we will stick with him. We got to remember to do that. Keep that in mind. All right, players, we are just about time. I'm gonna open up my HEB Zero Original Cola. I'm drinking supermarket generic brand soda now. This is what it's come to. I went to refill my facial cleanser. I got the generic knockoff of CeraVe. Man. It's life is getting difficult. All right, that music means it is time for pieces. These generics, yeah. HEB Zero Original Cola. It's not great. It's worse than Coke Zero, but better than Pepsi Zero. All right, Dillan wants Robin to have good luck and fun. All right, 95A71, thank you to whomever for the pin. It was Zook. Thank you, Zook. Appreciate that. All right, it is time to begin the magenta bracket for Dillan and Robin. Let's go. Round one. Mega Masters 2026 3-2-1 Tetris. So we are here in round one of our annual championship. 64 players. We double the size of the tournament. You know, we used to quadruple the size of the tournament, and now we only double the size. Maybe I should have made it 128 players just to stay in the spirit of Mega Masters. You know, if we do have a Mega Masters 2027, maybe we'll just shoot the whole shoot and go 128 players. A true quadruple. That would be kind of fun. Well, kind of being the operative word. It would also be kind of not fun. But anyway, on the left-hand side, it is Dillan, a tapper, one of the remaining holdouts of the tapping playstyle. And, well, Dillan, you know from winning, you know probably most famously, of course, nobody can forget where they were when this happened, winning the Challenger Circuit in December of 2022. But also has had, in addition to that, has had several deep runs in the Classic Tetris World Championship. Top 16 in the rolling era twice, 2022 and 2024. Also made it into the gold CTWC bracket in 2025. Dillan made his his Masters debut in September of 2021, and his highest finish in a Masters was in March of 2022. That was a top 4 finish. And that was the month that Dog played Pixel Andy and won it in a decider. But Dillan was the one that Dog had to get through to get to that one. Dillan is also a now 4-time Mega Masters player. And he's looking to get out of round one for the first time. You've also seen Dillan in our Tap Masters event where he was a top 8 player. Also played a couple of times in our Stupid Tetris monthly events, and he was a top 4 finisher in STM No Next Box. That was a semi-finalist in that one. Also played a couple times in Das Masters. So Dillan qualified in seed number 41 from the USA with a PB of 1.40 million. That was the average, and his qualifying average was 1.22 million. That was the average of his best 3 games played in 90 minutes. $250,000 for Dillan, $329,000 for Robin, and oh yeah, speaking of Robin, Robin is here, seed number 56 from the Netherlands. I almost said the Netherworld, but it is the Netherlands. Robin is a winner of a hopeful circuit back in February of 2023, probably the biggest accomplishment. And oh yeah, she was the CTWC DAS World Champion in 2024. As you know, a little bit of a footnote to that hopefuls victory. She's also a runner-up in a DAS Masters event back in February of 2025. Have we really been running DAS Masters for nearly 2 years? It doesn't. Time is flying by, guys. So yeah, several high finishes in DAS Masters, high finishes in CTWC's DAS Championship in Germany in 23, 24, 25. Of course, we won it in 24. She also played in the Jonas Cup in 2025. And this is her second Mega Masters appearance. And she is looking to get out of round one for the first time. So for either of these players, whoever wins, it'll be their deepest run in a Mega Masters. 378 for Dillan, 398 for Robin. Mr. Brain says, if you tried the new Coke Imaginary, it has imaginary calories. It sounds suspicious. All right, chunking it down. Dillan gets a Tetris 431. There's one Robin 448. Same line count and a 17,000 point difference. It's about, I don't know, 3/4 of a Tetris ahead for Robin. Dillan is the first one into 19. He's at 502. So level 19, the speed increases by 50%. It's like if we were going 60 miles an hour on level 18. Now we're going 90 miles an hour. Wow, that's pretty fast. That's like a below average fastball nowadays. So as far as I can tell, these players have never played against each other before, so another matchagami in the books. 604 for Dillan, 549 for Robin. Dillan had now, 4 lines and over 100,000 points. And Robin gets a Tetris in, though. It'll be a little closer, so... Oh, Robin with the Z on the right, and she is gonna top out the hang-a-rang in column 9. So there was, I think a bit of... not exactly sure what was that Z. I kind of missed exactly how that came about. But then she could not get the long bar over the right side, kind of the hang that she created. And that means Dillan is good in game number 1. Oh, that's right. You missed the bar. Yeah, the bar should have gotten over, and then the Z was probably already on its way, and then you had to emergency try to get a bar over. That's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. Okay, well, kind of a rough way to top out in game 1. See if Robin can bounce back in game 2. Dillan up 1 game to none. 2F585A. 2F585A. I am going to run an ad after game 2, players, just to let you know. So if you want to stretch or do some burpees or refill your drink or jump up and down, we're going to try to run an ad after every game 2 all month, so we can try to, pay for what. Okay, so both players are ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris game 2. All right, Robin, the first one on the board with the Tetris. She also has a Vitz and a bunch of bars coming. Getting a little spirally here, but she's going to work on flattening this out. And a long bar to the left looks good. That'll help her build up for a Tetris. And yeah, the board's starting to flatten out a little bit. And a long bar down for Robin, 47,000 in game number 2. 50,000 Dylan. Tetris for Dylan, 96. And there's another one, 119. So one line apart and about 3,000 points apart. Very close here in game 2. The winner of this will take on Pkric, who is sitting and waiting in the round of 48. This will all feed in eventually into a match against Tetris Time, who is one of the guardians waiting in the round of 32. It's like each of these colored brackets is headed by like a top 16 qualifying. Think of them as like a guardian or an Iron Chef or something. You know, Scooty, Toogie, Dengler, Tetris Time, Meme, Dan V, Pixelandy, Guapi, Sidnev, Portal, Cole, Rhubarb, Alex T, Critical Lapis, Dog, and Cobra. So a veritable pantheon of Tetris giants. And oh no, Robin going to top out again at 159 here on 18. And that is a rough way to go out. I'm going to go ahead and run a 60-second ad here, and then we will give you some pieces. So players, feel free to take a moment. And then we will return. 1 minute ad, guys. 60 seconds. I need a good stretchy belt with a plastic hasp. That is what I require. And it's got to be a pretty strong hasp. So if anybody has any recommendations for a stretchy fabric belt with a plastic like buckle, but not a traditional buckle. I don't like the traditional buckle. I like the one where you clip it down or something like that. I need to be stretchy, okay? Yeah. All right, players, I am going to go ahead and give you some pieces. Here they are. F06E58. Sounds like I'm describing an Adidas golf belt. Oh, I'll take a look. Because I want to be able to travel with it and not take it off if I can help it, you know. I don't want to undress at the airport. All right, looks like both players are ready. F06E58, yes. Oh, what? Let's give Dylan his point. So, Robin's got to win this one to stay in. Dylan looking to seal his entry into round 2. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Reversible web belt. Yeah, is that a metal? Is that a metal hasp? Okay. Tetris down for Dillan, 74,000. Remember, players, you should keep playing if you do run into little tech slowdowns. So do keep playing. Now for Dillan's thing, sometimes it'll cut out and come back in like 5 seconds or something like that. So I will go ahead and try to refresh him. See, yeah, see, it just comes back. It cuts out and cuts back in, but he's all good. Do not stop playing unless I start yelling and screaming. 126 for Dillan, 164 for Robin. Tetris Robin, 212 through 45. It's pretty good. All right, starting to have a little block tower in the middle of the board. So she's going to address this right quick. And she will uncover the right side. Long bar in. Tetris for Robin, 239. Now Dillan is blocked, but he uncovers long bar in for him, 242. So it is a virtual dead heat. Players are about a Tetris apart in lines and score. Oh, Robin gonna miss that T-spin. And now getting rained on by Z pieces. Tetris Robin, 310 through 69 lines. A skimming a Tetris for Robin. She's at 390, but Dillan now in a small lead. There's a Tetris. Dillan, 431, 391 for Robin. Codes are being redeemed. Thank you for the redemption of a code. Asher, appreciate that. $508 Robin, $525 for Dillan. Dillan with a little spire that he's building around of Z's. And we are approaching level 19. In under 10 lines on Robin's side. All right, so she is pretty low here, so might, not going to be able to get a Tetris into 19, but we'll have a low workable board into 19 at 524. That is the transition score for Robin. And 579 for Dillan. What does the prize pool have to get to be for a top 32 payout? Not sure yet. I gotta make it all up. Probably go roughly by last year's, but I gotta review it. I don't know, man. It's getting hard to squeeze out prize pool contributions there, Cole. So I might have to revise downward. But yeah, you have a 2-round bye, right? 612 for Robin, 706 for Dillan, a skim and a Tetris for Dillan. He's got 100 or just a little under 100,000 point lead. All right, Robin bringing this whole business down, trying to. 828 for Dillan, level 23, 677 for Robin. And oh no, that is going to be a top out for Robin at 678. So that is going to be a sweep for Dillan. Bit of a rough set there for Robin, but GG's to you. Yeah, sorry, Robin. Hopefully we see you again in a future event. We're going to be running, we should pretty much have a Das Masters every single month between now and Mega Dasters. So hopefully we can see you in some of those as well. So GG's to you. Dillan, you will be moving on. Let me go ahead and report this. We'll run and watch Dillan mulling it out. I'll go ahead and report it in the meantime. And man, these new colors are so much easier to see. I think the older colors were, it's like, wait, which one is aquamarine and mint and green and emerald or whatever? But now it's quite a bit easier to see now. All right, so 3-0 Dillan. Answer to question. I gotta admit, I really like being able to call him Dillan now, because way back in the day, you just have to call a guy like, hello, answer. Look at this. B23 for Dillan. And he's got potentially 3 more Tetrises. There's one. And he's going to go for it. There is another. He's got a skim and he takes it. And there is another into 29. Math master, what are you saying? How dare you? So Dillan with a good pace here. He's at 1.2. And he has got to be tapping. His PB is a 1.4 and he's 100,000 away from that. So essentially, if he could muster like 3 Tetrises, he would have a PB. Or just, you know, line out forever and ever and ever. Oh, spoiler. There you go. 1.3 though, very, very good. 1.3, amazing score. GG's to you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and run ad. We will be back with Dillan versus Pkric. Stay tuned. Oh, it won't let us run an ad because we ran one too soon. That's okay. All right, well, you get to watch the disassembly of this whole business here. So we'll do that over here. Dillan. Oh, it's double Dillan. Oh my word. Double Dillan time. No one expects the double Dillan. And no one has an answer for it, really. I mean, my God. All right. And then we'll go ahead. It's going to take me an extra moment to like bring over Peak here. Where am I going to put him? I'll put him on 3. We can put him on 3. Oh, whoops. Wrong way. All right, and then I just got to bring over Pete. What's up, Pete? Pete Eric. Okay, and then let's see, Peak, what is he on? He is seed number something. All right, so you are seed number 20 something today at 4:15. 21? You see 21? You're 24. All right. We need to put you in slot 3. Left EM03 is what we need to do. All right, there we go. All right, we need this one to go like level 39, all 5 games. That's what we need. All right, players, it is time. Here are the pieces. 7-7, C7, E5. All right, looks like both players are ready. They are on seed. Let us make sure that everything's good. Yes, it is. Round 2, Peak versus Dillan. Players trying to get into the round of 32 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side, seed number 24, it is Peak from the United States of America. Just in case anybody's wondering, we have a confirmed 100% US American right here. Got a PB of 1.97 million. You know Peak from... Where do you know Peak from? Well, you know Peak from his appearances, or his appearance in the Classic Tetris World Championship in 2021. Also a couple of silver bracket appearances. And he was top 4 in one of those silver brackets. Don't ask me which one it was. Which one was it? Oh yeah, 2022. He's played now in all 5 years of Mega Masters. He's played in a couple of our Stupid Tetris Monthly events as well. No bars and no next box. So if we take something away from Tetris, he wants to play. He made his first appearance in the Masters event in, was it March of 2023? Is that what it was? March 23? Pretty good. And he's played in a bunch of stuff. One-day tournament, Pumpy, Space City Regional. And he also runs the YouTube for Classic Tetris League and casts a lot of the matches. A real pillar of the Tetris community. $235 for Peak, $195 for Dillan. On the right side, it's Dillan, seed number 41 from the USA, PB at 1.4 million. Dillan defeated Robin in round 1 to get to this round 2 match. And of course, you know Dillan from multiple appearances in the Classic Tetris World Championship Gold Bracket Tournament, where he is placed in the top 16 twice in the rolling era, which is crazy. This is also his 4th appearance in Mega Masters. He didn't play the first year. He was protesting. He's like, I don't want any part of it. We talked about it, and we came to an understanding. So now Dillan is playing Mega Masters every year. Played in Tap Masters in 2025. I don't know, just making up facts. Top 8 in our Tap Masters event. He also played in our STM Low Stack and No Next Box events. He was top 4 in No Next Box. And he also won a Challenger circuit back in December of 2022. That was against Wallbant in a sweep and a victory for the United States. $401 for Dillan, $405 for Pkric. Dillan, of course, a hyper tapper. Has not really made a switch to rolling. But at hyper tapping, he is one of the best. $498 for Dillan, $483 for Pkric. So pretty good scores as we approach level 19. When we hit 130 lines, the speed will increase by 50% and the value of line clears will start ratcheting up. Tetris for Dillan, 568. Got 3 more Tetrises potential if he goes no burns. Man, he's gonna stand up that JP. He's getting a little droughty here. Long bar in. Peak is into 19, just below his 600. Long bar in Tetris for Dillan. He's got a 613, and he will set up and get one more Tetris into 19, a 637 level 19 transition for the tapper. And Pkric, some left side, kind of 4 or 5 tap trouble on that left. We'll see what he can do, and what he can do is top out in game number 1, and Dillan is up 1-0. He has won 4 games in a row. Okay. Game number 2. Dillan up 1-0. 3-1 Tetris. Ninegabin had a 70 stream streak, which is insane. Lex Diskey with a 15 stream streak. So that's a lot of streams. Our prize pool sits at 103.75, and if I look over at the page, it says we have 8 contribution codes remaining, so please consider using that Matcherino command in the chat, bringing up the link, clicking on the link for Mega Masters, going over to that page and clicking on the blue button that says claim code. There are 8 left. If we got them done this broadcast, I would never have to mention it again, so you can save yourself at least a little bit of an annoyance here. All right, and it's happening. Look at that. Birbia, thank you. Coal Bucket 2. Coal Bucket 2 is rare times when the sequel is better than the original. Gmart, thank you. Iller Haas, thank you. 2 left, so 6 of them down. Pete, thank you. So 6 of them down in quick succession. Oh, coal, there's coal. There's more coal buckets than you can handle. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. You can do just one. You can do just one. I mean, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but you don't have to. All right, 1 left. 1 left. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be the big hero? It's going to be A Brown. It's Lex Diskia. Thank you. And there it is. We got all the codes done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I can shut up about that. And then I can start yapping about something else, right? Like for example, if you're an Amazon Prime member, I could yap about that. But I won't. You guys know what to do, you know? You know what to do. These players have played each other, as far as I could tell, at least in Liquipedia, 1 time. Now maybe there's some other DASI events and things like that. So maybe I should take a look. CTM Cinematic Universe. They have played each other one time. And it looks like maybe they've played each other 3 times overall. All right, 3 times. They've played each other once in 2021 in Classic Tetris League. That was a win for Pkric. They played in the Challenger Circuit in August of 2023. Not sure why that's not in Liquipedia. That should be. And they played in STM Masters. Oh, no, those are all wins for Dillan, actually. Those were wins for Dillan every time. Sorry. Dillan was the winner of all those. So STM in August of 2025. That was the first one. That was the no next box, I believe. So Pkric try to take one off of Dillan for once. He's got a big lead right now. 505 for him, 414 for Dillan, still on level 18. J.R. Madhu says, is this happening live in the year of our Lord 2026? Unfortunately not. This is all pre-recorded. This happened last night. What's up, Tyler? I'm speaking to you from the past. Or am I speaking to you in the future? I don't know. It's very complicated. Tetris for Dillan, 465, 559 for Pkric. All right, Pkric is the first one into 19, 585 for him. All right, Dillan could still potentially get 2 more. There's one, 534. He'll be a little bit behind Pkric on the 19 entry, but he goes in with 2 Tetrises, 558 for him. Another Tetris, Dillan, 582, low on the board. Pkric is trying to uncover. Long bar in Tetris Pkric, 643. Little S flat to make a little cradle for that square piece. Oh, Dillan in a little bit of a jam here. Gets pieces to the left. And he's opening it up a little bit. And he is open on the right. Can he get a bar here? He's not gonna overcommit. And he's trying to wait out a little bit of drought here. Doing a great job trying to keep this open, but that S piece not great. Long bar in, Tetris for Dillan. So great survival there for Dillan. Tough situation. And Pkric now only ahead by, he's ahead by about 70,000. So he has extended the lead a bit. All right, Dillan was trying to maybe set up for a speculative T-spin. If it came, it would have been good, but didn't. So still more cleaning to do. 665 for Dillan. Tetris for Pkric, 792. Now here's the thing, Pkric is ahead by 14 lines, which is about 4 Tetris's worth of lines. And he is ahead, 150,000 in that situation, 140, 150,000. So Dillan might choose to go a little aggro. We'll see what he does because we are approaching now. He's going to, when Pkric gets to 29, Dillan will have some before that. But, of course, Pkric is a roller, so he can play past 29. So we'll see how this all goes down. And that's the thing that's really tough to judge, right? Do I just go ham and try to get all the points I can, or do I try to keep it low and try to chase down just in case my opponent has trouble into 29? You know, no easy answers. All right, Dillan trying to go a little ham here. Long bar in, Tetris Dillan, 875. Peak is in at about A40. And he has got alternating burn shelves and everything. Let's see what he can do. And no, that is going to be a top out for Peak at A41. The chase down target for Dillan is A42. Long bar in, Tetris for him. He needs less than 100,000 points. So 3 Tetris's worth of points would do it. He's a little bit high here. He is a tapper, but he is on 29, and he's got a 1.4. Can he get anything to the left? And no, he's not going to be able to do that. And that is going to be game number 2. And it goes to Peak. They are tied at a game apiece. All right, won't let me run an ad, so we'll run it after the next game, guys. So we'll ad after game 3. Oh, now it's finally letting me, but that's all right. We'll do it after game 3. Okay. Game 3. What was once a best of 5 is now a virtual best of 3. 3-2-1 Tetris. So these players are tied heading into game 3. The winner of this match gets to play against Tetris Time in the round of 32. Not today. Another day. We do have 2 more matches for you tonight, more or less immediately after this match. The mustard bracket, it'll be the Mega Masters debut. Zrobot. And Paco. So I think they're both making their Mega Masters debut. And Birbia will play the winner, and Birbia is also making a Mega Masters debut. So 3 debutantes. $175 for Peak, 131 for Dillan. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I should make a list of people making their debut, actually. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that after. I want to see who's making their debut and then who from last year, like, isn't playing this year. Like, you know, who got recycled. Tetris for Dillan, 201, 245 for Peak. Tetris for Peak, 359, 316 for Dillan here in game number 3. All right, 799 for Peak, 828 for Dillan. Big scores here on 2023. No, I didn't get a little sleepy. Just had a bit of an issue on my side. Tetris, I'm going through some things here. There was a contribution. I will read the contribution at the conclusion of this game. 902 for Dillan, 894 for Peak. Tetris Dillan 934. Trying to chop this down is kind of a high center, but yeah, could really use a J. Gets one, uncovers the right side. He can, ooh, opts not to chunk it down, but he's going to do it with an S. Long bar in. Tetris for Dillan 978, 939. Now 971 for Peak. So Dillan with the max. He's on level 26. Tetris. Dillan, A86, A19 for Pkric. Dillan with the B59. Long bar over Tetris for Pkric. He's into 29 at B03. Dillan's in at like B95, but yeah, he's going to top out. So chase down target for Pkric is B98. It is just a little bit less than a 1.2. You get a 1 point, you win. And kind of stands up that piece on the left side. Gets the tap. Or the roll or whatever. Oh, no. That is going to be tough here for Pkric. And that is a top out. And Dillan is going to hold here in game 2. And he goes up 2 games to 1. We are going to run an ad real quick. So players, if you want to take a moment, go ahead and do that. I do want to thank Kathy for her contribution into the prize pool. It says hashtag PickleRickleFan. But for today, he's Pete Eric sunglasses emoji. So thank you, Kathy, for your $60 into the prize pool. Really appreciate that. All right, let's go ahead and run the ad. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching advertising. Wow. Well, the pieces are here, so players, if you still need another moment, that's fine, though. Not a problem. No, they don't. Thanks again, Kathy, for the contribution to the prize pool. Very, very generous. Appreciate that. All right, both players have signaled ready. It is game number 4. Pkric needs to win to stay in. 3, 2, 1. Whoops, Tetris. I hit multiple buttons there. All right. So game number 4 is underway. Dillan was getting a little bit high on the board, but brings it down with a couple of Tetrises. And there's a Tetris for peak 120. He'll chunk a long bar down in there and try to clean up all this mess at the bottom. Dillan gets one. So after this one, we will have Zro versus Paco winner versus Birbia in the mustard bracket. Tomorrow, there is a bunch of Tetris. 9 a.m. sharp Texas time. It's going to be Hepta versus Nolan. Winner versus O. And then I'll have a little bit of a break for the day. And then starting up at 5 p.m. Texas time, we'll have a bunch. We'll have Violet versus Chaotic Hazel. Matt Martin versus K Lovelace. Winner versus Knight. And then Wallbant versus Ghost. And winner versus Hydrant Dude. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches tomorrow. Wallbant versus who? It is Wallbant versus Ghost. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a top out for Dillan. And there you go. Peak is going to take game number 4. So we are heading to a deciding game number 5. Yeah, spectral presence or whatever. I don't know really much about them. So. Okay, game 5. Uh-oh, all numbers, all you numerologists. Try to figure out what this means. Alrighty, Roo, here it is. Game 5, the winner moves on. The non-winner does not move on. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The probability of an all numbers seed is around 6%. Oh, thank you for the online facts. Tetris for both, and we are off and running here in game number 5. All right, Peak's going to uncover that right side. Tetris for Peak, Tetris for Dillan. Tetris for Peak, 174, 166 for Dillan. So far, could be anybody's match. $259, Dillan. $243 for Peak. All right, Dillan getting up a little bit high. The long bar gets over a Tetris. And I think that was a double and a triple. That is going to bring the stack down very quickly for Dillan. Tetris for Peak, 360. All right, same line count and about a 14,000 point lead for Peak. That's about 2/3 of one Tetris. There's one for Dillan and another. Randy, I don't know. Maybe. I don't run anything like that. Tetris for Dillan, 508. $554 for Dillan, $535 for Peak. So Peak is into 19 now, 563. Dillan is in at 580. $628 for Dillan, $730 for Peak. So Dillan with that kind of 2x4 setup there. So it's going to end up creating some some extra lines he's got to burn. Dillan is back by 100,000 points. Oh, Dillan is in trouble. The long bar gets down, and oh my goodness, can he survive this? I guess we'll have to wait to find out after what happens on the Tetris board. And this is going to be really hard to survive. And no, that is going to be a top out for Dillan, and that means Pkric will be moving on to the round of 32. So Dillan, he gave us some great moments, some high 19 transitions, a lot of good pacing, and you thrilled the people. But it will be Pkric who will be moving on. So GG's to both of our players. I'll go ahead and report this to the centralized Tetris reporting authority. Make sure that all our paperwork is filled out properly. 3-2 is what it's going to be for our friend Pkric. All right, Dillan, hope to see you again. Pkric says, I thought it was over. It was not. Randy, you know, you just gotta walk before you can run. You know, you gotta walk before you can run. Yeah, you know, part of being able to run your own tournament is figuring out how to do it and chasing down all the things you need to know. So if you want to go to the Discord, there are a lot of people in our Discord who can help you. It's probably good to get started. Just stream one match between two people. That would be a good start. That would be a good start. And then go from there. All right, our next setup is scheduled to start in about 34 minutes. Now, you don't use Discord. Yeah, it's going to be hard to run a tournament if you don't use Discord. So, you know, if you want to run a tournament, you got to be willing to do the things that make it easy to run a tournament. So, if you join the Discord, we can help you. Okay, well, let's give Pkric his 3 there, and then we will get all this set up. Now, I don't know if like Zro and Paco and Birbia are here, but if they want to play early, they can. Otherwise, I think what I'll do, so yeah, that's scheduled to start in 34 minutes. I guess I could play in the meantime. I'm not going to be very good because I'm not feeling well, but I could play a little bit, or I could take the break. What should I do? Take the break? Tetris wants me to take the break. Should I stay streaming or should I cut the broadcast? Should I just put it on with a timer? mukbang stream? I don't think so. Timer it up. All right, we'll do everything that Tyler says is gold. All right, we'll put up a timer and just do whatever. I just do what Tyler tells me. You want me to do PB attempts? I'm not going to be very good. I can tell you right now. You should make a random person mod every second. I mean, it's pretty much what I do. You just want to be a mod, that's all. Yeah, I don't know if it's sick. I mean, I guess technically it's I don't know what it is. Tetris. We'll find out. My doctor ever emails me back. We'll see. They don't want to do that though. Whatever it is, just take 3 ibuprofens. What are you kidding? I need my kidneys. All right, well, I'm on this controller here. You can see I gotta fold clothes. I'm ignoring folding all those clothes. So I could get different kidneys. Well, you've made a real point there. You've really said something. All right, let me get my TV's not turning on. You're taking 800 milligrams. Why isn't my TV on? I can't seem to get the TV on. The TV is not coming on. I mean, restarting my console doesn't do anything. Why is this not working? Yeah, my TV is not coming on. Oh, wait, here we go. There we go. And now my capture isn't on. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me put up the timer. See if I can do this. What is it called? My stream timer? Where is it? Hello, my stream. You're my stream timer. All right, here we go. I really got to max out before I don't want to, or I am incapable of doing it. Although I guess so far I have been incapable. I really do need this max out. I mean, I kind of feel like a big dummy that I can't max out. Like, you know, I'm not a that much of a dummy, but it sure feels like it. Oh my god. I'm a little distracted at the moment, so... Ah. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just way too distractible. It's not a good time. Alright. Oh my god, I'm too distractible. And I got a lot of things going on, you know? Alright, I'll try not to look at chat. That's part of it. Oh my god, forget it. You can... Yeah, you're very distracting, Tyler. No, it's just... There's something going on where it makes it uncomfortable to sit in the same position or stand in the same position for too long, so it's just very distracting. There we go. Yeah, it's like really my whole upper back. It's got all these weird problems that started about 2 months ago. And it's freaking me out. Not gonna lie. Don't go to a chiropractor. Oh yeah, I remember your chiropractor story. I would never go to one. Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought like a chiropractor, oh, that's like an MD, right? Meanwhile, it's just like, it's like no offense to any all right, if there's a chiropractor in chat, well, maybe a little of offense. Maybe I don't know enough about it, but from what I can tell, it seems like it's a strip mall degree. Okay. Maybe there's some legitimate branch of chiropractic. But it seems bad. It seems bad. I'm not an expert, so I don't want to be... I really shouldn't even be commenting on it, but... It started as a cult. Oh, all right. Well, I don't want to offend any cult members here. But cults are literally chiropractic, you know. I'm sure some of you are going to chiropractors and you're getting something out of it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, it's very satisfying to like crack your back and crack your neck and all that stuff. It feels nice, but is anything actually being achieved by it? You know? No, Tetris, you're writing in all capital letters. Hold on, I'm gonna max out here, dude. Hold on. Oh, I could have done a thing with that. My screen is starting to like bubble and sizzle or something. So this is, I could be undermined here by alternating current. All right, can we not have any of that? Oh yeah, here it is, yeah. Pre-19 derangement syndrome, right here, right? Let's just take a nice and easy in, okay? How about a nice, easy in? Good. No. Yikes. My screen is bubbling and sizzling. Yeah, you guys can't see it, but anyway. Well, that could have been better. That could have been better. All right, 19 minutes left to my qualifier. All right. Oh, it didn't feel too bad. I'm on the, what is this thing called? What's the official CTWC? Hyperkin Cadet? It's not a bad controller. And aside from the outside of it being completely different, it's a faithful reproduction of the NES controller, so it should definitely be allowed at CTWC, right? because it's exactly it's indistinguishable from a regular NES controller, right? Like you can't tell them apart. So therefore it should be allowed, but not other ones. Nah, it sucks. I just don't want to play that one. You don't think they're strict on controllers except in words? I don't know. Haven't people's controllers been DQ'd? Oh, they haven't? Oh, I thought they had been. What about like Dangler's controller? Like Big Orange? All right, if you are Zro and Paco and you are willing to play, let me know. I'm just here killing time and brain cells. Yeah, I was feeling better this morning, but... Birbia, you're free, but you are not yet relevant. You would pay money to see someone attempt to qualify for CTWC with an NES advantage. I think they should run in a side event with exactly that. Like, or just like get a whole collection of, you know, alternate NES controllers, like from the years past, like the NES Max and then NES Advantage, and then all these like third-party controllers, like, you know, like flight sticks and things like that, and then have that, just a non-standard controller. But they've got to be ones that somebody like that were made, like third-party old school controllers. The power pad. Yeah, I think I've seen someone play on power pad before. Oh shoot. I had to wipe my dumb face. My big dumb face. What was I doing there? I don't know why I did that. Alright. Whatever. Yeah. Zero is live? Alright. What about, yeah, but that doesn't mean he's ready. I mean, what about the other one? You can if you want to. I'm not super comfortable playing right now, so yeah, I don't even want to get into it, but you're all here. If you're all here and you agree to start early, I am happy to start early. I would love to do that. But that is up to you all. I will respect the original time. But if you want to start early, you can. All right, yeah, get Zro or Duke or whoever into the chat, and then if you guys all agree to start early, then I'll start early. But if you don't all agree, then it's fine too. Either way is A-okay. Okay. All right, I'll just run a couple more of these attempts and then we'll go. All right, one more here. Oop. Yeah, it's hard to... I don't know what's going on. Could be it for your old pal. Hopefully not. One more. Let's go. So we need to get rid of these individuals. The match is coming. It is indeed coming. We just gotta wait for the players. All right, you're gone. And you are gone. And then these two. 12 and 21. All right. 12 and 21. Round one. Paco is Taco. Paco. All right, we'll get him flopped around. Should we flop him around, or you want him to face the other way? Let's let him. Well, he's got a lot of room over there. We're gonna flop him around. All right, there you go. There's a guy being flopped right there. And then what do we say? 12 and 21. Zro called in 12 indeed. Is Zro on Duke or on Zro? Zro is on Paco. I don't know what that means. All right. Any chance we can hide the yellow Zro PBs? And also, you got like Duke like right in Zro's face. Like, is there any way to do that? Any way to kind of like put Duke somewhere else? Oh wait, no, there he is. Oh no, he's good. He's actually good. When he sits down, he's good. He's actually good. But if we could hide that Zro's PBs, that would be good. Thank you. Yeah, just you can put it. You can put it. You know, wherever's not on the screen. That's fine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, you can put the Duke like right on his non-glove hand side on his lap there. You don't have to move the camera around. I can mess with that. But yeah, that's fine. All right. Thank you for accommodating. Appreciate that. All right. Let me just just put him right on. Yeah, right on him. Yeah. That little stamp. It's right on his shirt. Yeah, it's a little shirt. I like that. That's good. I like that. That is perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like he's wearing his dad on his shirt. That's funny. All right, Dad is technically on stream, guys. All right, let me just fix this stencil here. It might not be Zro's fault. It might just be this seed, but for the slot. All right, yeah. Let me fix. I gotta fix stencil too here. So just give me a sec. Yeah, dude's got a moving shirt. Do 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 do. Alright, what's happening? I don't know. Here, hold on. Yeah, like right there, and then in. Right there. And then in. All right, that'll do. Good job. Oh. Do I need the legal blurb? We do. Oh, you can put, yeah, you can put it like right on his chest. Like put it above, put it like right above your camera. Yeah, don't fix it now. Just do it another time. Put it like right above, put it like on his shirt. Oh, if you want to. Yeah, there you go. Put it right there. This guy, I need everybody to know that this channel is run by Duke, the parent of Zro. Duke is present, monitoring, and approving all of activity. George Amoki, are we live? No, this is all pre-recorded. All right. Well, let me just. I think it's probably better if I stand here. All right. The standing desk is elevating. Oh boy. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah, that's perfect. Right there. Yeah, I can't really fix that. There's no, I mean, I could, it's not a great solution if he wants to have it on, but generally we turn it off. But let me see what I can do. Color source. Black bar evil. What? Hold on. Select color. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and give you the pieces. Oh, he turned it off. Okay. That's not nice? What do you mean? This is pre-recorded, George. What are you talking about? This is all pre-recorded. Yeah, that was M scoring. Yeah, he's a kid. M scoring. All right, players, the pieces are in chat. B14533 4533. Right? The two of the speeds of records. There's also a 78. All right, B14533. I am going to refresh these dudes just one more time before we start, just to... Oh, you'll get me next time. All right, we get it, right? The pieces are there, right? Right? Do you know what they are? B14533? Yes? Good. All right, as soon as we get it ready from both players, we can begin round number 1 in the mustard bracket. It's not a gold bracket. It is a mustard bracket. All right, parental silhouette there in front of the window. All right, looks like both players are ready. B14533, those are the pieces. Zro and Paco are the players. The tournament is Mega Masters 2026. It is round 1. Let us begin. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Is it yellow mustard or honey mustard? It seems like a Dijon mustard to me. On the left side of your screen, it is seed number 44 making his Mega Masters debut. He's from the United States. He's got a 1.74 million. And his name, well, his name isn't Zro. Maybe it is. Maybe that is his name. I don't really know his name. Do I want to know his name? Not really. Zro is fine, but it's Zro. Zro is the by far the young max outer, the youngest rolloverer. With that 1.74 million, you know Zro from what? CTWC Portland, Genesis, Washington, Jonas Cup, and the CTWC Bronze semifinal in 2025. So he's got matches going back as far as 2024, which was on Tetris Friendlies against Game Scout, and of course Zro beat Game Scout. We love our friend Game Scout, but you know, come on. So Zro is also the winner of a CTM Hopefuls circuit. That was in March of 2026. So he is indeed a hopeful young individual. Made his monthly Masters debut back in August of 2025 and has since played in several more of them. That is Zro, 184 for him. 164 for Paco is Taco. Paco, seed number 53 with a PB of 1.55 million. And Paco has matches going all the way back to 2021. Man, he is a winner of a community tier 3 event. And who did he, actually 2-time winner of community tier 3. And who did Paco beat? In both of them, in the finals of both. Yeah, it was your old pal Van Dweller. And now he's in Masters and Mega Masters and Broadcasting Masters and Mega Masters. You've also seen Paco several times in our Masters event, Stupid Tetris Monthly, Pumpy's One Day, Classic Tetris League, Classic Tetris Biweekly. I don't know what biweekly means, but that's an event as well. And yeah, that's our good friend Paco. 305 here for Zrobot. 283 for Paco. $1.99 super chat from George Amoki says, my daughter Toby says hi, Mr. Vandy. Well, hello, George, and hello, Toby. I had a dog growing up named Toby. And I had a Little League baseball coach named Joby. So Paco is in kind of survival mode here. I'm actually kind of surprised he's still stacking. Let's see what he can do. And no, that is going to be a top out for Paco. And Zrobot very quickly going to take game number 1. Zrobot is his actual name? Is that true? Is that true? Oh, please let that be true. Zrobot. I like that's a good name. That was good pacing here from Zrobot. All right. New pieces. Toby is blushing over. Well, don't blush, Toby. Everyone look at Toby blushing. Oh my goodness. Toby is blushing, y'all. No. Thank you. Thanks, Toby. And thanks, George, Dad, for the super chat. See, I'll say hi to your kid for money. Did the pieces come in? Yeah, 55C9 FC. Sellout? Well, yeah, I'm selling goodwill. All right, as soon as you get it ready from both players, we can begin game number 2. I'm sure. I think Zrobot is waiting for me, but I'm waiting for Zrobot. Yeah, see, there it is. Okay. Game number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Trevor says my wife had a guinea pig named Toby. Oh, that's cute. All right, we have begun. Each player has a Tetris. Each player now has 2 Tetrises. All right, Tetris for Paco, 91,000. All Tetrises so far for Paco. And another one. Zrobot with some cleanup to do. All right, Zrobot gets the long bar into the middle. That is a triple. That's going to help knock this down. One more triple will help uncover that well. And now he's just going to go to work fixing that little overhang or whatever. And yep, there we go. Tetris for Zero. 100,000 points for him. 150 for Paco. Cranky Hero says, I like this format. It means we don't see blowouts of 1 versus 64 in the first round, but get to see players ranked closer together. Yeah, I agree. There might be some other ways to accomplish that as well, but this is a simple and elegant way to do that. $188 for Paco, 156 for Zro. Tetris says, I wrecked Alex T as a 1 versus 64 match. When did you do that? All right, 225 here for Zro, 234 for Paco. Tetris, Zro, 270, 257, Paco. So these two have yet to face each other in a competitive match. So another matchagami. The winner of this will take on Birbia, who I believe is also making a Mega Masters debut. This is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 is the winner of the match. Oh, and it's a CTM overall debut. Oh, is that true? What? Birbia has never played in a CTM event. Oh, is it personal? Did I do something? Oh my goodness, and Paco gonna top out at 339. He had a long channel over on the right side ready for a long bar. And Zrobot just needs a push down point. Would do it. But he could use any. Yeah, there we go. There's the double. And that's gonna do it for Zrobot. Or for Paco, and Zrobot takes game number 2. And Paco, yeah, was trying to stash an S piece all the way to the left, and it got hung. And I think maybe a bar and a square, or a square and a bar, or whatever. But yeah, Paco got hung out to dry on that one. That is tough. So Zrobot is up a quick 2 games to nothing. All right, I'm going to run 60 seconds, guys. 60-second ad, okay? 60 seconds. All right, 0C2C70. Titan says, guys, I promise Paco is a good player. Yeah, he is. He is. I have too many things open right now. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's go. Game number 3. Paco has got to win to stay in 3-2-1 Tetris. Remember, y'all, we do have a prize pool that we are looking to get started. We'll come out with the full set of incentives and all that. But if you do want to contribute early, use that Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on the YouTube. Henry says, both players are ready, yes, but you never make sure chat is ready. You know, sometimes I do. All right, Tetris for Zrobot, 68,106 for Paco. So Paco has got to win this game to continue. Zro, 180 now for Paco. So they are 4 lines apart and about 1 Tetris's worth of points apart, which means they are just about tied. $255 for Zrobot, $254 for Paco. What's up, Chen? 369 for Zrobot, 303 for Paco. Both players are rolling. The rolling play style. Yeah, Paco with the darkest camera so far of the tournament. Tetris for Paco, 380, 443 for Zrobot. It's about 20-something lines away from level 19. All right, Zrobot with a little bit of a dicey left side. The long bar gets over 11 lines to go till 19, and he's got a ways to go to bring this down. There's a triple, that'll help. And Paco gets a dirty Tetris column 8, row 2. Zrobot is into 19, comparatively safely compared to how he was 10 lines ago. And he's opened up that right, and the long bar goes in. Tetris for Zrobot. So he's brought this board back down. 520, 444 for Paco. All right, 573 Zrobot, 473 Paco. Paco with a Tetris into column 8. Right at the bottom of the board. So Zrobot with that PB of 1.74, Paco with the 1.55. They are separated right now by about 75,000 points. About 60 to 70 lines away from level 29. All right, the S-spin and the setup and the Tetris for Zrobot. 881, 768 for Paco. So Paco actually keeping it relatively close because he is back by 9 lines, about 120,000 points. So Zrobot definitely has the, score and pace lead, but Paco is not super far behind. And Zrobot with 20 lines to go until 29. Paco, he's got 27 lines to go. Oh, nice 5 below there for Paco to try to just stay clean and efficient. And really, every burned line costly here for Paco. He tries to get back here. Tetris for Paco, 932. There's a Tetris for Zrobot. He's at A25. That is a max out, 1 million points plus. And Zrobot is into 29 at A36. Paco with a Tetris. He's got the max out on 28, so Paco's been able to be pretty efficient. Has to take a burn here, but he still's got 2 Tetrises. He still has 2 Tetrises. Well, not anymore. So a couple of Oh, he's gonna kind of overshoot there, maybe on purpose, just to stay. Oh no, Paco is in trouble. How can he survive this? And he is not going to. And that is a top out for Paco, and that means that Zrobot is going to take this one in a sweep. GG's, Paco. Paco Darko. Paco is Darko. Is what your room is so dark. But GG's to you. And Zro, you will continue playing. So we're going to go ahead and set up that match. It's going to be against Birbia. So you can watch as I do. I can't run an ad. I can do it on YouTube, I think, but not on Twitch. You guys needed to go to best of 5 so I could run another ad. All right, GG's again, Paco. All right, so we'll bring out this guy. It's at 21, so that means Zro 12. Oh, like double Zro. All right, so let's fix stencil over here. Oh wait, so is this yeah, it's 12 over here. Copy, and then yeah, we'll put that right here. Paste. All right, so there's that. So we can get rid of 12 over here, and we're going to bring you up on slot 3. So let's. Was this Birbia 1? Birbia 1 on 3. And then you are seed number what? 21. All right. New copy. Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated because there's 64 players here, and I'm trying to fudge things a little.
We prefer doing things our own way.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. All right, well, let's go ahead and line up our old pal here, Birbia. And look at that. Brand new player and already a great camera. We've got the whole thing here. Look at this. Now, why can't the top players get this right? You know? Why is that? Our new pal. True, our new pal. Yeah, Birbia face reveal and already a great camera, you know? You know, top players, well, yeah, Birbia, you just got to become top player, so then you can just, you know, screw up your camera. But right now it's good. That's some pretty smooth rolling. It's very effortless, you know? There's like almost no motion. Like, you see some people, they just like, it's like their whole bodies are into it. And man, they like, this is just very smooth. So good job. All right, my players, it is just about time to begin the 5th match of the day. Did I report this? I don't know. What is this? Mustard? I did not. 3-0. 3 monthly Tetris. All right, my peeps, here are the pieces. All right, I'm going to go ahead and refresh these dudes. Let's see. There's that. And then what is the other one? All right, y'all. The pieces are 090C46. But Birbia knows that because Birbia pinned the seed. Birbia, don't make me seed check you in your debut. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Don't. You pinned the seed. Don't get. You pinned the seed. You're on Tetris, Birbia. Birbia, you are on Tetris. No, that's fine. We're going to be nice. Round 1 and round 2, we are nice. All right, looks like we're good. Well, it's time. All right, 2 players in their first Mega Masters ever. Birbia in his first CTM event ever. Let us get them started. Birbia and Zro. Round 2, the winner goes to the round of 32 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Birbia making his Masters and really CTM debut. Has never played community tournament, futures, hopefuls, none of that. No STM, no DAS Masters, no anything. Nothing. So this is Birbia's first CTM experience. Oh, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Seed number 21 from the USA, PB of 2.21 million. Birbia has a total of 29 games in the database. Most of those are from Tetris for the non-pros. Played a couple of seasons of that. Played in an Adam Irish online tournament, I guess is what it's called. And Classic Tetris League. that is it. Just, you know, just 29 total matches. So it's the first time Birbia ever even tried to qualify into a CTM event. I don't know. Did I do something wrong? Did I alienate Birbia? I don't know. But I guess he's gotten over it and has now decided, okay, it's fine. I can play CTM. On the right side, it is Zro, seed number 44. Zro defeated Paco is Taco to get here to this round 2 match. Zro's got matches going all the way back to December of 2024, and you've seen him at CTWC Genesis, Washington, Portland. Those regional events. You also saw him at CTWC Bronze in 2025, and he made it all the way to the semifinals in that one. And he made his monthly Masters debut in August of 2025 and has played several times. So both players here making their Mega Masters debut. Birbia 202, Zro 261. You hope it's pronounced IE online. I know. I guess it's an initialism. Cole Bucket. I mean Cole, not Cole Bucket. It says Cole Bucket in his name, but don't call him what his name is on Twitch. Cole says Birbia is making his live debut this weekend at Detroit. All right. Well, thanks for doxing him, Cole. Jeez. You know, he's kept a relatively low profile online. You know, no face cam, no nothing. All of a sudden, Cole is just telling us all about his whereabouts and all that. Goodness gracious. Tetris for Zro, 384. Zro's got a little spin tuck there. Here comes the T. Rumble tucks it in. And long bar down, Tetris for Zro. Tetris Birbia 392. So they're one line apart and about 19,000 points apart. I can't believe Meme lives in Germany since you went to CTWC. I didn't say that Birbia lives in Detroit. I just said, oh boy, Birbia is living up high on this board right now. This is level 18, so this, you know, I don't really know anything about Birbia. I only see Birbia in the chat. So as far as like what is possible, what is possible is to top out. So Birbia got to top out level 18 here in game number 1. Zro was ahead, so Zro will take game number 1. Said I didn't want to early top like Wars yesterday. That's it. All right, so Zro just gonna mull in this out now. All right, let's new pieces. Oh, whoops. Why am I on Instagram now? I just clicked the wrong button. Twitch is where I want to be. Y'all, I am gonna run an ad after game 2. I just want to let you know. So if you want to take a little breather or, you know, run around the block, do some wind sprints or whatever, that's a good time to do it. It'll be like a, I don't know, 90-second ad, 1-minute ad, whatever you guys want. Invictus Rage says, make sure you use your Amazon Prime sub to avoid that ad. That's true. You've really said something there, Invictus. I'm sure I asked you this before, Invictus, but are you named after the movie or the poem? or something else. The poem? Oh. Because I do have that. I have that poem memorized. I'm not going to read it here on stream because like I'll probably I get nervous, you know, I get stage fright. But I have that poem memorized. All right, looks like both players are ready. D3166F. All right, both players are ready. Let's go. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. $14.25 into the prize pool from serial number. Thank you so much, serial number. Appreciate that. High School Invictus Rage, love that poem. I mean, I can see why anybody would like that poem. It's quite a bleak view, you know. Oh man, like you know, this place of wrath and tears. You know, there's a lot of language like that. Very stoic poem. 55,000 for Zrobot, 78,000 for Birbia. Oh, you're into the what? I don't even know what is the name. Is it just what? I don't even know the name of that Dillan. You know, Rage Against the Dying of the Light, the whole thing. What is the name of that poem though? I don't remember the name of the poem. Oh yeah, do not go gently into that good night. All right, 126 for Birbia. Yeah, I have this, you know, kind of project across, you know, to memorize certain poems that, you know, that I've kind of liked. I'm working on Casey at the Bat right now. I remember reciting Casey at the Bat, like in school, like it was in middle school, but I'm trying to memorize it now. 175 for Birbia, 136 for Zrobot. You recited Invictus in high school. Well, I mean, I liked that poem back then too. $220 for Birbia, $182 for Zrobot. Do I write poetry? I can count on one hand the number that I've tried to write. All right, $295 for Birbia, $254 for Zrobot. All right, Zrobot gonna tuck that in. So Zrobot had kind of like an elevated triple setup, but he's gonna turn this into a dirty Tetris and gets it and then knocks it down. And he is set back up with a normal. I have a very, it's not cringy, it's like cringy to me. You know how you have those like memories that every once in a while just comes up to stab you and jab you once in a while with like a high dose of cringe just to make, you know, I have one of those related to writing a poem, but I'm not going to tell it here. 355 for Zro. 388 for Birbia. That's funny that you mentioned Dave Barry. I grew up on Dave Barry. I loved Dave Barry growing up. I had all the books. I read all the books. He was a big influence. I should go back and read some of that stuff. I wonder how it would hit now. 453 for Zro. 5 people in chat are like, who, what, Dave, who, why, who? 554 for Birbia, 499 for Zro. There's a Tetris Birbia, 578 into 19. So here we are. We get our first 19 transition, and it's a good one. Oh, Louis Grizzard or whatever. Yeah, I read a lot of that too. Yeah, I remember that guy. He's kind of like a redneck Dave Barry. That's a name I haven't thought about in years. 6. Oh my God! I mean, this is just like old, literate person in high school. I don't know. Like, I don't know what this conversation is. 700,000 for Birbia, 670 for Zro. So there you go, another one for Birbia, 730. Zro into level 23 now. There's a Tetris for Birbia. They're one apart and about 80,000 apart. $796 for Zro, $819 for Birbia. Tetris Birbia, 922. Zro now 926, so we are super close. Zro a little bit ahead in lines, and we are just about tied. So it's a very, very close game here in game number 2. There's a Tetris Zro, 995. Guam, what? You went to a church once where the pastor's sermon was clearly based on Dave Barry. That's great. All right. 29 is where Zro is now. Oh, he hangs the bar. That is a top for Zro. Chase down target for Birbia is A80. This is not an easy board to burn away from, but see what Birbia can do. This is like borderline. kind of bored here. Not sure what he can do. He's got to get to A80. There's a double. Oh, no, that left side. No, he's not able to chase it down. And Zro is going to hang on and take game number 2. So we're going to run that ad real quick, players. If you want to take a moment, this is a good time to do that. All right? This is a good time to do that. What's wrong with a 2,000-second ad? I mean, if you guys would sit through it, no, I wouldn't make you do that. I wouldn't make you do it. But yeah, man, that's funny, Invicta. We should talk sometime. So you must be really old. I even read, like, I used to love all those like newspaper, like humorous newspaper columnists, like all of them. I used to read like Irma Bombeck or even PJ O'Rourke. I used to like. Don't come at me. But like I used to love all that stuff. Man. I read Irma Bombeck, okay? That's how that's how insane I am. All right, players, here are the pieces. Thanks for sitting through the ad. Appreciate that. Oh, wait, I realized I was like talking to... I think I was talking... Oh, yeah, Invictus Rage. All right, you got... I was going to say, you can't even hear me because there's ads running. But you can. All right, 07CF22, let's go. No pins, no pinners. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah, there's a new seed. It just didn't get pinned. Birbia can't pin them all, okay? Javanti, that is fine. I am not disappointed. I am appointed. Who does the winner play, says Cole. Cole, we're a little busy talking about old newspaper columnists from the 80s and 90s, so no, the winner will play Guafi. All right, looks like both players are on seed and ready, and let's go. Zro is up 2-0. 3-2-1, Tetris. Well, it is game number 3. Zro is up 2 games to none in this battle of Mega Masters noobs. Guafi, you're 19. You are in the twilight of your Tetris career now. That's it. It's all downhill from here. "19 is midlife crisis of Tetris." Yeah, true. $155 for Zro, $207 for Birbia. Little elevated triple burned away there for Zro. Tetris for Birbia, 277 to 07 for Zro. Tomorrow we have got Tetris for you. In the morning in Texas, it's 9 a.m. Hepta versus Nolan, aka Kilometers the Average, aka Eggmaster. And the winner of that will take on Australian Chef O. Tetris for Zro, 246, 334 for Birbia. $426 for Birbia. It's another Tetris, 449 through 92. There's 1-0, 342. So when the lines are tied, it's about a 106,000 point lead. I don't know why I thought it was 50 for a second there. Can't count. Can't do math. $563 Birbia, $420 for Zro. 839 Birbia, 821 for Zrobot. I was muted, but it was on purpose. Sorry. It's been going through some issues. So we're fighting through it. 887 for Birbia, 870 for Zrobot. All right, Tetris for Zrobot, 939. Zrobot, after, kind of a painful burn there for Birbia, because Zrobot getting right back into it. For the longest time, Birbia was ahead 100,000 points. There's a Tetris for Zrobot, and now it's essentially neck and neck, just, less than a Tetris apart. Tetris for Birbia on 29. He's got the max. Zrobot gets the max on 29. Tetris for Birbia B09, A31. B54, Birbia A44 for Zrobot. So Birbia able to reestablish that 100,000 point lead. New to this, who's the number one Tetris player? Well, you got a handful of people in the conversation for that. You could have Dog or Blue Scooty or Alex T or Meme or Sidnev or Andy. These are all players that are in the conversation or have been in the conversation for the last year or so. Of course, there's Wallbant as well. Mathmaster says Alex T is the current world champ. Oh no, that's a top out for Birbia. Well, Alex T is the current champion of one particular tournament that has called itself the World Championship in a smart bit of branding, but there's no official Tetris World Championship. It is, you don't get fooled by branding, guys. My goodness. So Zrobot with a chase down. Needs to get to C95. C95 is the target. There's a Tetris, and Zrobot has got it by 40 points. Yeah, on this channel, Mega Masters is the world champ. You can go to other channels and talk about who the world champ is, but right now, Zrobot is the champ of this match. And Birbia, you played very, very well. Very, very auspicious beginning and debut for Birbia in this one. So, yeah, really hope to see more of you in this Birbia. Good luck at your Detroit event. GG's to you, and yeah, awesome to have you in the fold. So really hope to see you again in future events. Zrobot, congratulations, you are headed to the round of 32. So GG's, my guy. We will see you playing sometime later against someone. Who is it? Oh, Guafi. You're gonna take on Guafi. So this was a sweep for Zrobot. It really could have gone either way. Seemed much closer than a sweep, that's for sure. And I'm sorry we talked about poetry and old newspaper columnists there, Birbia, in your debut. That's how it is. All right, well, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I want to thank everybody who supported the stream today. Here, we'll refresh that. All right, ready? We'll make sure we get everybody on there. YouTube follower Blaz Galababa. George Amoki with the super chat. Raid of 2 from Tayo and 20 Dan03. Well, with support like that, how could we miss? So thank you, everybody. Really, really appreciate your support. And Matcherino, we did pump up the prize pool a little bit. We got all the codes done, so that is beautiful. We got $60 from Kathy Simmons, who says, hashtag Pickle Rickle fan, but for today, he's Pete Eric and serial number 1425 into the prize pool as well. So we're at 180 in that prize pool, which is great. Thank you, everybody. And then, yeah, thanks to our patrons, Scott Gray, Jane the Window, Kane, Taki, Meadows, Burger, and Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy Dan, Kim M. Kaka, Java D, Jason, Sunny, and Mila. And that is going to do it for us tonight with the Mega Masters. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow in the morning, as I said, we've got a Mega Masters Purple Round 1, Round 2 bracket, Hepta versus Nolan. It's at 9 a.m. here in Texas, so that's 13 UTC. Wait, what is it? What's 9? 14 UTC? That's how it works, right? 14 UTC. And then at 12:17, 22 UTC, we're going to kick off We're going to kick off 5 matches in a row. Violet versus Chaotic Hazel. Matt Martin versus Kay Lovelace, and the winner of that match takes on Knight. And then Wallbant versus Ghost, and the winner of that takes on Hydrant Dude. So thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. YouTube, have a beautiful night. See you tomorrow. Jungle Cook and Mr. Brain and Titan and Jazzy Josh and Salty C-Man and Smash and all the stars are here. Take care. David, Piano. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Twitch, we will send you to a place. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum. I guess cousin Avi is doing a mock qualifier, so you guys can go and mock his qualifier. Yeah, tell him Vandy said to mock your yeah, tell him that I said for you guys to mock his qualifier. Okay, that's how words work. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.